We're joined by West Virginia head coach Mark Kellogg, student athletes Mimi Wheeler and Jordan Harrison. Coach, a few comments about the game, please.
Yeah, great college basketball game. Two teams that are pretty good defensively. That's probably an understatement. Really, really good on the defensive end. All credit to Colorado. We probably saw a game like this coming. Thought maybe we could get it out of the 40s, but knew that this was two good defensive teams. Back and forth in the first. Thought we made our run in the third to get up 10, and then I don't remember, they went on a 16 to whatever run, maybe 4 or 5 it felt like. And then I just loved our kids' resilience again. We were there last night where they kind of punched us a little bit in that fourth quarter. We talk a lot about wanting to win the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and kind of staying poised, stay together, kind of trust the process. We did that. I thought these two were really, really good for us. Jordan Harrison, obviously a senior and been here, but I thought she controlled most of the game, and then we played a lot through Mimi. Obviously, Gia chipped in. We didn't get a lot else of offensive production, but they just kept battling. So really proud of that effort. Jordan being the defensive player of the year, the irony that she makes the big defensive stop there late, is just, yeah, I'm proud for her. I'm proud for our team. The goal was to come and win a championship and play the next one and play tomorrow, and we're still here, and we'll go give this a great shot tomorrow.
Coach, you took my line. The defensive player of the year making the game-winning play. Jordan, what did you see?
Honestly, I just saw the ball. And I saw the back of her numbers, so, I mean, that's what they teach us to dig if we see the back of numbers. And my eyes lit up, and I just went for it.
I guess, Mimi or Coach, the physicality and the length of Colorado and the interior, how did you guys try to combat that, and was that frustrating at times?
I think it was frustrating in the first half, but after we settled in, it was much more open in the paint, just us being dominant and just to keep fighting down there. It's hard to keep up with us. Me and Carter just like a tandem, and how much pressure we put in the paint. So usually by the second half, we got it figured out.
Coach, the offense kind of struggled in the first half. What message did you give the team at half to spark a hot start to the third quarter?
I don't know if there was any great message. I mean, we just talked a few things through, slowing down a little bit at the rim. I thought we left a little bit there at the rim. Thought we settled for way too many mid-range jump shots, which is exactly what Colorado wants you to do. I thought we had great looks from three, some that were right on, either long, maybe in and out. So I liked those looks. Probably could have taken a few more even in transition if we could have found the right person. So we just talked through what we saw in the first and then tried to kind of help that through, kind of move some posts around a little bit to get them into some different spots to give Mimi maybe more room to operate. And then when she got the room, she was able to finish. She made the huge pass to Gia on the big three. So, some unselfish basketball there too. So just taking what the defense gave us.
Coach, you guys have long been known as a great defensive team. This year, the offense has been stronger, but do you like the fact that when you need to win a game like this, that is a grinded-out game, you guys can still do that really as well as anybody?
Yeah, I think we want to be versatile enough to win whatever the game calls for, is what we just kind of even talked about, is that we're good enough defensively. If we need a 48-47 win, I think we can do that. If the game calls for us to get going offensively and it's a little more free-flowing, I think we've shown we have the ability to put up some points. So it gets a little bit harder this time of year because possessions kind of decrease. They're all magnified. You're hanging on to every one of those. I think we're good enough to defend like this, but I do think we're certainly capable to score it a little bit better than we have in the past, just because of the inside-out balance with some of these guys that we haven't had in the paint the last couple of years.
Can I ask Jordan?
Oh, absolutely.
Jordan, you guys have had 2 really close games against TCU, so this will be the 3rd time facing them. Is there anything you can sort of tell us that that you guys maybe got from those 2 games that you could take into tomorrow?
I think those 2 games have came down to the fourth quarter. They've been less than double-digit wins for TCU. So I think just knowing that we're right there and we just need to make a couple adjustments and some changes, to get over that hump and actually get the dub this time.
Aisle on the right.
This is for Coach Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. Can you talk about the Big 12 in general? There's the bubble is like half the Big 12, but how difficult has it been? I mean, both games with Colorado came down to the wire. There's been so many down to the wire games in this tournament as well.
Yeah, well, I think it shows obviously to the parity, but the league has been fantastic. I think Colorado's gotten better as the year goes on. They had, I don't remember how many newcomers they have. It was like 10 or something. Yeah, 10 newcomers. So it was probably going to take them a second, but that team deserves to be in. I said it about Arizona State last night. I'm not necessarily just trying to plug the Big 12. That's a NCAA tournament worthy basketball team. Like, they have earned the right to be in the tournament. Our league has earned the right to probably have more teams in than some of even the projections. We had a much better non-conference than we even had a year ago, and so I think we should be reaping some of those benefits. But in reference to Colorado, that team is very deserving. JR is one of the best coaches in the country. She does a phenomenal job. She's been in that situation before, so much respect to that group, and certainly would hope to see their name called here pretty soon.
Other questions? Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks everybody.